That night, I dreamed of the distant past.
Whoa.
I was a child again, sitting alone on the lakeshore. Why? No reason in particular. I had no strong attachment to the lake, nor any special memories of it. Unlike most children at that age, however, I didn't attend school. Thus I was forced to avoid the public eye, lest I draw unwanted attention. On weekdays the lake was deserted, and hardly anyone ever passed through the forest to get here, which made it the ideal place to hang out in secret. That was the only reason I spent my time here. Truth be told, I would have gone anywhere if it meant I had a place to belong. I remember it was nice and sunny that day. Unlike most children, however, I didn't play. I just sat there and listened to the waves. You might think a lake wouldn't have waves, but you would be mistaken.
This is truth.
The lake tide swells and recedes just like the ocean. Supposedly, these waves are created by friction between the surface water and the wind. That said, a lake is still not the same as an ocean. A lake will not lead you to distant lands. But even if it did, I would likely never go.
What you doing over there? Let's play!
That day, a boy called out to me. Assuming he wasn't a ghost, he must have been an awfully truant student, considering everyone else was at school. My mother was right. The world was full of monstrous wolves.
Oh, this is from Red's perspective again.
Thus I ignored him, just as she had instructed me. After all, wolves were not to be trusted. Eventually, the boy gave up trying to talk to me and walked away. How relieved I felt, knowing I could safely go back to my life of solitude. But the next day, at the very same place and time, the boy turned up once more, asking me to play with him. This caught me off guard. I hadn't expected him to show up a second time. Once again, I did as my mother had taught me and gave him the cold shoulder. I had already broken one of her rules. I couldn't very well break another. But the boy refused to give up. Day in and day out, he tried again and again to get my attention. And the next thing I knew, I realized I was looking forward to seeing him. Because deep down, I had always wanted someone to play with.
Oh, you cool dairy. You cool dairy, you frigidary. Of course. So you got a friend one day. So we had to be persistent, like the little boy. It's fun to share a meal with someone, don't you think? The next morning, in sharp contrast with my chipper mood, Red ate the omelet I prepared for him in total silence. Do you ever go out to eat with your friends or anything?
No.
What about your family?
Those questions are irrelevant to this mission.
In other words, I should probably mind my own business. Sorry.
It's fine.
Once I finished my food, it was time to go to school. Will you accompany me again?
Yes, of course.
Well, this is where we part ways. Here's your lunch for the day.
Thank you.
At the school gates, I held out a box lunch for Red. As I spoke, I looked into his bright red eyes.
Are you frightened?
Huh? Oh, yeah, pretty frightened.
You don't look like it.
Maybe you're not looking hard enough.
As much as I would love to accompany you inside, I seem to recall you instructed me not to just yesterday. Regardless, I strongly doubt the culprit would try to attack you on school grounds. Should anything happen, however, please be sure to seek help from someone nearby.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
I put both hands over my face, then whipped them away with a flourish.
What are you doing?
Making a silly face. I didn't have a mirror handy, but I was sure I must have looked absolutely ridiculous. I'll leave it to your imagination.
Yes, I see that. Is that it?
That's it. The ice wind. At this rate, Red's frigid composure would soon make my own heart freeze over too. Well, Ah, Wolf, good to see you again, yay. Here's your lunch, Wolf.
Awesome, dude! What'd you make?
Salisbury steak.
Aw, hell yeah! Meat! Meat! Meat!
At lunchtime, I gave Wolf his box lunch, same as always. Though he might look like a beta male, he has the carnivorous appetite of an alpha. I can hear Alice shaking his head, or either shaking his head disapprovingly or nodding approvingly. I'm not quite sure. I think he'd have something to say about this, either way. So you also are a meat boy, eh? I'm trying to... You weren't the one that was friends with Red. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. There's gotta be some kind of connection going on here. As he gleefully opened the lid, I gazed at him just as I had gazed at Red.
What's up, dude?
Am I unattractive?
What?
I want your honest opinion. No jokes, no sugarcoating.
This is random. Wait, I know! Did you finally notice my massive hotness?
No, this is about Red.
Figures.
He paused to think for a moment.
Alright, what's the story? You want me to help you, don't you?
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, God.
He stared up at the sky.
Right. I guess I was the one who originally suggested it.
In contrast with the day before, today he seemed reluctant to help me. Looks like I'll have to use my secret weapon, crocodile tears. In execution, it's more like puppy dog eyes, but still. Pretty please.
Hey! No! That's cheating! Okay, fine. You win! I'll help you.
Thank you. Evidently, Wolf was a sucker for the waterworks. Okay, Wolf, tell me, how do I make someone laugh?
What?
All this time, I've never once seen him laugh.
What if you made a silly face?
Already tried that.
You already tried?
I wanted him to laugh, even if it meant I looked like a freak in the process.
Sounds like it completely backfired on you.
Yeah. It just bothers me that he's always scowling.
I don't know there's much you can do about it. I mean, the dude's gotta be on guard 24/7. Maybe he can't really afford to laugh.
So it's just a cop thing?
Probably.
Right. I guess so. Or maybe I'm just bad at making friends. I slumped my shoulders.
Aw, come on, Arisu. You've got tons of friends, don't ya?
Like you?
Yeah, like me.
I feel like the two of us hit it off almost instantly.
No surprise there. We're like two peas in a pod.
Oh God, somebody save me. I put my face in my hands.
Rude!
I'm just messing with you. I pulled my hands away and stuck my tongue out at him.
Okay, well, the most I can say at this point is you should just keep talking to him.
You think I should start conversations with him?
Exactly. Don't mind if he ignores you, just talk and talk and talk.
Wouldn't that be annoying?
You'll never get him to open up to you if you keep sweating the small stuff.
So what you're saying is I should get pushy with him.
Bingo! And lucky for you, you're already a master at that.
Right back at ya. High five. We laugh and exchange the high five. Ooh, school hallway. After I finished my lunch, I was walking down the hall when I encountered Mr. Huntsman. Here at school, he wasn't allowed to smoke cigarettes. Instead, I found him sucking on a lollipop. As he passed me, he silently handed me his empty lunchbox. You're welcome. What did you think?
Pretty decent.
Which means you thought it was good, huh? Well, you're welcome. I took the third empty box and put it in my bag.
You're rather chipper today. Having fun.
Of course. You seem pretty grumpy, though. Oh, silly me, you're always like that. I clasped my hands behind my back and grinned playfully at him.
True. These days I keep getting roped into one incident after another. I've been trying to think of a solution.
Oh, I see. Sounds like you're working hard. I bowed my head in deference to him. But he saw through my sarcasm and bonked me on the head with a sigh.
You be careful.
Careful of what?
I've heard some things lately. You're being stalked by that wolf guy.
Oh, that, yeah.
Look, I know you're smart. All I'm saying is don't get cocky.
Okay, I won't.
You say that now.
He looked at me with contempt. Oh, yeah! I clapped my hands together.
What is it?
I wanted to ask you, how do you get someone to let their guard down around you? I decided I would get his advice while I was at it. I mean, our brother seems on par or maybe even more severe than Red, so if we're not successful with our brother, I don't know what chance we got.
Aren't you the expert in that department?
Well, he has no weak points, so I'm trying to figure out how I can get close to him.
And now you're running out of time.
A brilliant deduction, my dear Watson. I talked to Wolf about it too, and he told me I should just get aggressive. Mr. Huntsman took the lollipop out of his mouth.
Then take him out to a cafe, or take him somewhere romantic. There's plenty of options. Also, try to initiate physical contact, even if it feels forced.
Dang, bro, thanks? I get it. So basically, I should take him out on a date. But where? As I tilted my head in contemplation, Mr. Huntsman fixed his smoldering gaze on the distant horizon. What is your brother-sister relationship, by the way? It's it's very unique, and I'm trying to figure it out. This was something he often did whenever he was lost in thought. Then he turned back to me and said in his usual flat tone,
Let's see. How about a quiet lake deep in the forest?
It's a good spot. I like this spot. So there we were at the lake. Sure enough, it was a quiet, romantic place, the perfect spot for a one-on-one conversation. Granted, we could always talk at home, but knowing me, I'd probably get distracted. Looks like Mr. Huntsman really knows his stuff. That's a playboy for you, I guess. Mr. Huntsman the playboy. Who would have known?
Miss Arisu,
Yes?
why is it you wish to come here?
Well... what reason do you give for visiting the lake? You gotta be upfront, aggressive, grab that booty. You know it, girl. You got this. Because I wanted to get to know you better, of course. I looked into his eyes as I spoke.
Get to know me.
Yes, you.
Uh,
His eyes widened slightly.
Why choose the lake?
Because you were dreaming about it last night. His voice was almost inaudible. That's what my friends recommended.
I see.
Do quiet places make you uncomfortable?
Not particularly.
Do you just hate the lake, then?
It's none of your business. You say you wish to get to know me better, but I can't say I feel the same.
Not even a little?
Not even a little.
You're no fun. What else is new?
Miss Arisu, I am a detective, and you are my client. Do you think detectives are meant to intrude on their clients' private lives?
I don't know. You see it a lot in soap operas.
Soap operas are not real life. Soap operas are fictional.
Is it me? Do I make you uncomfortable?
I wouldn't say that's entirely wrong.
Ouch. Kinda sounds like he changed tack at the last minute, though.
I apologize for hurting you, but given your personality, I decided it would be best that I didn't mince words.
That makes sense. It's important to establish a relationship built on honesty.
Talking to you exhausts my will to live.
Damn! Ow! It stabbed me right in the heart. Really? But it's so much fun.
Fun?
Yeah! We always have the most scintillating conversations. It's great.
You remind me of him.
Huh?
You are the second person to claim that speaking with a dullard such as myself is in any way fun. Now that I think about it, you resemble him in other ways as well.
I resemble this other person who said you were fun to talk to?
Yes. You're both tactless, outspoken, and you willfully misinterpret everything to suit your own desires.
Sounds like he was a friendly, optimistic, assertive sort of guy.
You just love to have the last word, don't you? Frankly, I'm downright impressed.
Thanks.
That was sarcasm. I swear, you are completely incorrigible.
So, could you tell me more about your friend?
I think not. That question isn't
Relevant to the mission. I know.
Then kindly refrain from asking. What's so funny? You're freaking me out.
Oh, nothing. I felt like Red was steadily becoming less formal and more curt with me. Progress? Perhaps this was the real him. So you're still going to protect me even though I make you uncomfortable?
That is the duty I have been assigned.
I see. You really are loyal to your job, huh?
If you have no further business here, let us return home.
Wait!
What is it?
He scowled at me, so I beamed back. Why don't you come a little closer?
What?
Think about it. We're always standing so far apart.
More of your nonsense. The distance between us is irrelevant.
Evidently, my ulterior motive was on full display because he blatantly stepped away from me. But we were so subtle about it. We were 4 feet apart, too far away for any sort of casual physical contact. Could you at least come one step closer? Just one? I must have sounded like a total creep. A little bit. Girl down! Why? She is so thirsty in this one. My goodness. You know what I mean, right? Come on, baby. Just the tip. That kind of thing. You know, a little something something.
No.
Can I come closer then? At the suggestion, Red preemptively took another step back. It's like trying to tame a raptor. Ooh, an emotion on his face.
I said no, and I meant it!
Not sure how you expect to protect me from all the way over there. But although I felt this was a valid point...
Given my skill, I assure you I can manage just fine.
He refused to accept it. Oh, I know! How about we compare our hand sizes?
No.
Comparing hands is a great way to mess around and flirt, but only if both parties are willing. I racked my brain for other ways to initiate physical contact. Fine, let's go home.
Took you long enough.
Can you at least help me up? I reached out my hands, tilting my head as cutely as possible. His expression was so icy it nearly gave me freezer burn.
If you like, you can grab hold of this.
He picked up a fallen tree branch and held it out to me. Nicely done. Wow, jerk.
No. Then I guess you don't need my help.
Okay. Thank you. Slumping my shoulders, I grabbed the branch. Truth be told, I could have gotten to my feet just fine without his help, but since he offered, I didn't want to turn him down. Up we go! But just as I hoisted myself up onto my feet, I belatedly realized that all that sitting had made them go numb. That and either I'd snapped the branch or it slipped out of my hand. Either way, gravity pulled me right back down, by which I mean I stumbled and fell.
Eureka!
Oh, he called me by name. For some reason, everything seemed to happen in slow motion. Still, I couldn't fight it. Instead, I gave in to gravity's pull. I'm going to fall right into the lake, aren't I? Did you slap me out of there?
That was close.
Thank you. I felt a hard impact and my consciousness returned. I had nearly plunged myself into the lake, but thankfully Red had caught me at the last second. Talk about a hyper-competent police officer. My wrist ached, but we were both too busy heaving a sigh of relief. Until we regained our composure, that is. Then we realized his hand was on my wrist. Ah, that blush! Oh! My eyes sparkled as I looked up at him happily. What's wrong? All of a sudden, Red began to breathe heavily. Then I realized his face was now as red as his riding hood. Dude, are you okay? What have you never touched a person before? What is happening to you?
Gah!
Ah!
Don't touch me, woman!
Huh? The next thing I knew, he shoved me away, and this time I did fall into the lake. Good job. You had one job, Red, and you totally failed. Now she's going to nearly drown. You're going to have to resuscitate her mouth to mouth, and that's going to be even more embarrassing for you. So good job. Ow, ow, ow! Rubbing my sore tushy, I staggered to my feet and made eye contact with Red. You feeling proud of yourself?
Gah!
Red?
No! Your clothes! Change your clothes!
What? He clapped both hands over his face. It's your fault that they're wet now. I looked down at myself and realized I was soaked from head to toe. Well, do you want me to change right now in the middle of the lake? I have nothing, sir. You're going to have to give me your cloak to hide my modesty, and then I can see what you're hiding under there. Admittedly, I wasn't sure what exactly there was to scream about. Sure, I was dripping wet, but this wasn't exactly a fan service scene from an anime or anything. So what was so suggestive about it? That it made my clothes hug my curves a little tighter? He's just wiggling back and forth. She's got them woman curves. Meanwhile, Red peeked at me through the gaps in his fingers. Holy sugar! What? That is extreme. What happened? Did this trigger a very bad memory? What is... I mean, I know your mom was a crazy person from the sounds of it, but what did she do to you?
Cover yourself, you indecent slut!
With what? I don't have anything.
Use this, then!
All of a sudden, my vision turned scarlet. Is this your riding hood? Then it hit me. Maybe this is my chance. Yeah, girl, yeah, girl. Maybe now I can see him without his hood on. Red! I whipped off the hood at the speed of light. Did you have a spare? Oh, rats! It turned out he had another riding hood on under the first one. Boy is prepared. You jerk! You made me get my hopes up for nothing.
Not my problem.
His face was still beet red as he screamed at me. Are you okay? You look really flushed. Then it hit me. Maybe his face is flushed because, it's the weather. It's this cold, that's going around. He's coming down with something. I mean, if he's not uncomfortable, it's not just uncomfortable. It's I don't even know what degree to call this, but yeah, let's go with this. Sure. Maybe you're not a frigidary after all. Maybe you're just a shy boy who doesn't know how to interact with girls?
Frigidary? What's that supposed to mean? Am I some sort of refrigerator? Is that it? Quit giving me weird labels. This is precisely why I detest women.
Aw, come on. You know how in anime there's tsundere and kudere and stuff? It's like that. Besides, for all you know, frigidary could have been invented by a man.
Silence! None of that matters right now. We need to hurry up and fix this. You're dripping wet.
Whoa, are you okay? Out of nowhere, he clutched at his nose as blood gushed forth. Oh my god. Talk about repressed. I don't know if even the thirst Eureka shown on this route is enough for this guy. It's like, whew, this is rough. This is gonna be rough. Rough ride. Aw, I didn't see the blood come out of your nose, sir.
I'm fine, so stay away! Don't make me look at that!
Oh, okay. I heaved myself to my feet and wrapped Red's riding hood around myself. Achoo! Granted, I'd only fallen into the shallows, but I was still soaked from top to bottom, and I was freezing. Oh right, it's winter. Shivering in the winter winds, I attempted to assess the situation. Upon touching my wrist in order to help me to my feet, Red flipped out and lost his usual composure. Flipped out is right. Maybe the reason he always kept his distance from me wasn't that he didn't like me specifically. Maybe he just wasn't comfortable around women in general. Oh no, that's so cute. Okay, Red, I'll keep my distance.
You'd better. Swear on your life.
Okay, I swear. For now, let's just go home. Now I can put forth the game plan. Achoo! And so I sneezed for the upteenth time that day. As soon as we got home, I lit a fire, took a shower, and changed into dry clothes. Sadly, my body had yet to stop shivering. My head was all fuzzy, too.
Pardon, Miss Arisu.
Yes? I turned to find Red standing just outside the living room. Oh, right. Thank you for letting me borrow your riding hood. I'll be sure to wash it before I give it back.
Right. No problem. But, that's not why I'm here.
Having regained his sanity, Red now averted his gaze awkwardly. What is it?
I just, wanted to sincerely apologize for my irrational behavior earlier.
Red? Could we at least have this conversation in the same room? Evidently, he was too on guard to come any closer. You've got nothing to be embarrassed about. Come on. I patted the spot next to me on the sofa.
No, thank you.
Please? I tilted my head, trying to be cute.
No.
Apparently, he's immune to feminine wiles. No, he's very weak to them. He's just responding in anger. It's like, I shall not be swayed. Achoo!
Bless you.
Thanks. Achoo! I'd really like to stop sneezing soon.
Are you perhaps coming down with something?
Me? No way. But then again, I've had the chills for a while now.
That's an early indication of the common cold. You should really rest up for today.
Yes. I'm cold all over, right down to my heart. But I bet I'd warm up if you'd give me a big hug.
I refuse!
Jeez, I was joking. You don't have to shoot me down so hard. Feels like I have no mental filter and now I'm just babbling nonsense. That, and my face is flushed. and my breathing is labored. Almost like his overreaction at the lake rubbed off on me.
Miss Arisu.
Red. Feeling suffocated, I looked to him for help. But the words wouldn't come. All I could do was struggle to breathe.
Don't look at me all feverishly like that. I'll get the wrong idea.
For some reason, this sent Red into a fluster. That's weird. Why is he all fuzzy? That was the moment my consciousness faded.
Poof.
Aww. Where have we seen this look before? It's our friend, the wolf. The wolf tried to befriend Little Red, and somehow that resulted in him losing everyone he cared about? The plot thickens. This is getting good. It's getting good.
Come on, where are you going?
Right from the first day we met, if you can call it that, he started coming to talk to me every day, without fail. It didn't matter how hard I ignored him.
Hey, come on! Hey! Fine, forget it.
But just when I thought he'd thrown in the towel for good...
The other day, my grandma was like...
For some reason, he launched into a story of his own volition. I was so baffled. The cold shoulder had worked just fine on everyone else, so what made this one so different?
Oh, there you are! Found you!
As soon as he caught sight of me, he'd follow me around and talk at me endlessly. Then, once he was satisfied, he would leave of his own accord. He talked to me about his beloved grandmother, about martial arts, about books he read. He even caught me up on the latest neighborhood gossip.
So the wolf had a beloved grandmother, okay.
As I listened to him talk, I had to fight the urge to reply. Unlike me, he seemed to have a fun and exciting life. And he didn't seem like one of the wicked wolves my mother described. But if I wanted to stay a precious angel, then I couldn't disobey her.
You and me, we're comrades, you know.
I stopped and turned back. No one had ever said that to me before. In response, he shot me a goofy grin.
I'm not wrong, am I? You're so rational and smart. You don't rely on anybody but yourself. We're lone wolves. Not by necessity, but by choice. It's the code we live by.
Frankly, I didn't understand what he meant. Rational, smart, self-reliant. Was that how the rest of the world saw me? Not only that, but he thought we were comrades. Comrade, a companion who shares one's activities or beliefs. Peas in a pod, in other words.
Yeah. Peas in a pod, eh? He's kind of been doing the same shtick with us. So what exactly is his game?
But what did that mean? We didn't look alike, nor did we think alike, nor did we enjoy the same things. But if he thought me a comrade, then clearly we had to have something in common. I didn't know what that something was, but if we were so alike, then surely it was safe to make an exception for him.